A couple weeks ago now, we talked all about New Year's resolutions and how to keep them manageable. But some people still went too big, too fast, and now 2 weeks later, we are faced with what's called Quitter's Day, a day most of those well-intentioned resolutions go by the wayside. So earlier this afternoon, I talked to an expert about how to power through. I'm joined tonight by Julia Maher, a registered dietitian with Allegheny Health Network. Thank you so much for hopping on Zoom.
Thank you for having me.
I wanted to talk a little bit about Quitter's Day and when, in your opinion, does it usually take place when people decide, I'm done, I'm quitting?
Yeah, so Quitter's Day has kind of become this phenomenon where people have New Year's resolutions and then approximately 2 weeks after January 1st, they say, I don't think so. I'm done with it and I'm giving up.
So many people set the best intentions and they really want to be the best versions of themselves, but maybe their intentions aren't realistic. How can people make sure that Quitter's Day does not apply to them?
Yeah, so the problem with like a lot of these New Year's resolutions is they're often totally unrealistic, or they involve some type of like crazy restrictive diet or like a total life overhaul. So my advice is to start really small, like really, really, really small. So you can always do more if you feel like your goals are too easy, right? So for example, you might have a goal of walking 10 minutes a day. That 10 minutes, comes up and you're like, hey, that wasn't so bad. I'm going to do 5 minutes more. And so not only have you met your goal, but you've surpassed it and you have like this nice little mental boost, right?
And as a dietitian, I'm sure people say, okay, I'm going to do this, and they make some huge shift in terms of their diet, and then they can't keep it up.
They can't sustain it. Totally. It happens all the time. And I always have to walk people back. And, I get it. They have, pie in the sky, big dreams. And I'm like, let's talk about what's realistic, because you're in it for the long haul, right? Like, there's going to be slip ups. I don't want you to become so discouraged because you didn't meet this huge goal like within a week's time. Like, there's going to be slip ups. It's going to happen.
Also, the sun is not out. It is cold. Do you have any advice for Pittsburghers on how to not just go home and eat a bunch of cheeseburgers or potato chips?
Yeah, I mean, so cold weather is a fact of life, especially in this region, right? So if you don't have access to a gym or you just don't feel like confronting the cold, there's tons of ways to be active in your own living room. YouTube Fitness Blender has a lot of free videos that cater to different fitness levels, interests, or time constraints even. And another piece of advice is, instead of shying away from the cold, like embrace it. It's gonna happen whether you like it or not. So go out there, go skiing, go snowshoeing, go sledding. Just getting out there, getting your heart rate up anyway is going to be beneficial. It's going to offer numerous like cardiovascular benefits, and it'll actually help protect against seasonal affective disorder.
Well, Julia, thank you so much for your time tonight and for your tips as we all try to get through January.
Yeah, of course. Nice meeting with you.